W3L management, I have asked you constantly where my title is. And every time I've asked you guys, it's always been the same boring response. Oh yeah, we're sorting it out, we'll get it to you soon. Well, do you know what? Time's up. So I'm making this really simple. I'm going out of my own pocket, might I add as well. I'm expecting a receipt. So that way I can give it to you guys and you guys can give me however much I decide to spend on it. Because I mean, I'm practically doing a job for you. Wouldn't be the first time. As of tomorrow, I'm going to go to the finest jewellery shop that I can find. And I'm going to get the finest belt that they can make. Most expensive leather, most expensive metal, most expensive jewels. And I'm going to rub it down your face. So just a little warning, be prepared. Because at the end of it all, I'll be giving you an invoice and you will be paying it. Or can you use these? Whichever one you guys prefer.
Hello folks and welcome to Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. Thanks for subscribing. You have obviously, if you haven't, do it now. And thanks for joining me this week because yes, plenty happening here in W3L. This past Friday we had Fight for Life, our second annual event in Dalkeith, raising money for the Samaritans. A great time was had by all. A decent amount of money being raised, but more than that in the weeks to come. And of course later today we're in Grangemouth, so if you're in or near Grangemouth, come and see us. Because nothing beats seeing W3L live. And one of the people that will be in action in Grangemouth later today is the man you've just heard from, Leo King. Still talking about this metaphysical championship belt that he doesn't technically should have, or whatever. Who knows what's happening with the Breakout Championship? Management softening towards the idea of making it official. Who knows? We'll know that hear from him in the weeks to come. He's going to be in action on Showdown next week, but I'll tell you more about that in just a bit. But if seeing us on Friday, or as you will hopefully see us later today, is whetting your appetite for more amazing action, don't worry man, woman, whichever, we got you covered. Because at the end of the year we've got our 3 post-Christmas spectaculars. It's become a W3L tradition on December 27th, which is Wrestling Day, because of course the 25th is Christmas Day, the 26th is Boxing Day, 27th is Wrestling Day. We have a live event. This year we're going to be in Broxburn for the December 27th event. The following day we're going to be in Gala Shields, and the day after that we're back in Kinghorn. So we're covering a fair bit of ground. We're going to be somewhere near you, and you should come out and see us, because nothing beats seeing W3L live and in the flesh. And I can reveal to you, ladies and gentlemen, that returning to W3L for these 3 live events, a former W3L heavyweight champion, a legitimate British wrestling legend, a W3L Hall of Famer. I'm talking about the Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barrett. He is back, and he's going to be part of W3L's post-Christmas events, all which are sponsored by those amazing people at Crafty Connoisseur, who have done us the absolute honour of sponsoring every W3L event this year. And there's still time if you or someone you know wants to sponsor one of these post-Christmas events, or you maybe want to sponsor something next year. Get in touch, we'll tell you how to make it happen. Before we get to that, let's have a match. And it's a match that frankly I never thought I'd see. Who ever figured that after they broke up all those years ago that we'd ever see Euan, Mackie and Taylor Bryden teaming up again? But weirdly, it has happened, and it's happening here on Showdown this week. The former tag team champions have put their former differences aside. Maybe it's a common goal, who knows. They are teaming up again for the first time in a long time, and they've got to take on the challenge of 2 very big men in the form of Roberts Stone Malone. Mackie and Bryden haven't teamed up and I don't know how long. Have they still got it as a team? Or are Roberts and Malone going to establish himself as a threat for the Tag Team Championship? Who can say? Let's get into ringside and we'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with you on Wrestling Showdown. We have a tag team contest in the offing. Nearest at the front of the screen we have in the black trunks Stone Malone, man making his Wrestling Showdown debut. And just claiming on the ring apron there is a familiar figure of the enforcer Bobby Roberts. Knows that they're a popular man here in W3L. And their opponents are a bit of a strange combination, quite frankly, if you think about the history of these two. We have Tier 0 Taylor Bryden there in the black trunks with the red sleeve, and then the very good Mr. Euan Mackie showing off his best asset, it looks like, in those green shorts of his. And the reason it's so strange is because Mackie and Bryden have such a history together, such a story together, both as his partners and his opponents. And it's been so many years since they were a regular team, and yes folks, they used to team up many years ago. If you remember the early days of W3L, you remember the Disco Biscuits. That was E.G. Mackie and Freddie the Funk, as they were known at the time. Now, a lot of things have changed, both men have improved, they've matured, they've changed, and now look at them. Nobody ever thought they would become a team again, nobody ever thought they'd see eye to eye again, but they have, and here they are this week taking on Malone and Roberts. Stone Malone trying to get control of Taylor Bryden's arm. I guess this is his Showdown debut, but he's appeared in a few of W3L's smaller events. Again, never quite made it to Showdown, but here he is. Most notably, he was at last year's Fight for Life event. And he looks to get his foot in the door. We start appearing for W3L a lot more often, and a strong showing against two people with the experience and ability of Bryden and Mackie would probably benefit him no end. He's not even been wrestling that long, only around sort of middle of last year I believe, and he's not had a huge amount of matches, but has to be said, his tag team partner is probably a really good choice for him to be in with, because Bobby Roberts, a veteran of the Scottish wrestling scene, and if you follow his adventures through in Ayrshire, which is where he tends to wrestle regularly, you'll know that he's been something of a force in the tag team division through there. So of course, having him as your tag team partner, a man who knows tag team wrestling, will probably benefit Stone Malone. And that's not selling Malone short by any means. He's got a lot of raw potential, who just needs guided and honed a little bit. So he's certainly, Bryden caught him in the face. He's certainly been giving a good account for himself against Bryden, who takes him down with that arm drag. Bryden just with the control here. So we've got a new team in the form of Roberts and Malone, and I guess almost a new team in the form of Bryden and Mackie. Yes, they were a team before many years ago. Oh, lovely move! Floated right in the victory roll. I believe it was the Shon capture from Kuto Hidaka, if you know your Japanese wrestling. Bryden just retaining control, loves his Japanese wrestling, big fan of Pro Wrestling Noah. Takes a lot of inspiration from that. And of course, thinking back to the Disco Biscuit days, looking at how Bryden has matured, he's become a more complete, more rounded wrestler. Not so much of the hilarity and fun. Oh, look at this, he bridges back, and Malone's shoulders are being torqued. It's going to be all sorts of agony. And Bryden showing why he's so underrated. I think a lot of people overlook him. You're talking about just talented men, they don't ever tend to bring him into the conversation, but he really should be. He doesn't have the highest profile compared to some of his peers, but ability wise he's definitely there. Malone with a couple of shots to the midsection, not breaking on the ropes. Now says Bryden across the ring, and using his size, that's where Stone Malone's got the advantage. That, and he's a stone, obviously is as hard as granite, you would assume. Bryden with that lovely leapfrog. You know, there's the speed. A couple of arm drags, and Malone is reeling. And a drop kick, and he is all over the place and straight into his corner. Roberts can't believe what's going on. A little wise for him to make a tag at this point. Yeah, see if the enforcer can slow momentum down, change things, and put it in his way. The biggest man in this match.
He's going to be a force. In comes the smallest man in this match, the very good Mr. Euan Mackie. But as we know from previous encounters with Mackie, you kind of overlook his lack of size at your peril, because he is one of the most creative and cleverest wrestlers that is out there. Can use his size like nobody's business. Very fast as well. So he has had sort of a quad injury recently, so I don't know if that's going to affect him. Maybe it slows mobility down a little bit, but Mackie will be more than able to compensate, I am sure. Roberts getting frustrated, being able to grasp hold of Mackie. Oh, he's got him now. There's the problem. You know, Mackie using his speed again. We last saw Bobby Roberts' Heroes Showdown at the end of July, battling Kevin Williams. Ironically, at the end of October, Mackie wrestled Christopher Saint, a man who has sometimes been allied with Bobby Roberts. Coincidence, I am sure. There was a bear hug, those are big arms by Bobby Roberts. Managed to going since the November of 2011. He's got plenty of experience. He's been all over the country. Wrestled a lot in England, wrestled a lot throughout Scotland. He's done a lot of stuff. He's just got better every single year. When he catches Mackie, oh, it just throws him down. This one the downsides to a lack of body weight. Roberts goes immediately for a cover. Now let's talk about the Disco Biscuits, because again a lot of folk will know who they are, or will remember them, long time fans of W3L will. So bright, so colourful, so popular. They were tag team champions. Won them back in the September of 2009 and had a nearly 23-month championship reign. So that's the best part of 2 years. They dominated the tag division. And they won these teams that everybody loved. Whenever W3L were put on events, they always got asked, are the Disco Biscuits going to be there? Will the Disco Biscuits be in action? Everybody loved them. It was in July of 2011 that they lost the belts, and it was during a match Mackie dove to the floor and landed really badly and got injured. This left the then Freddie Defunk to be double teamed and defeated, and Mackie needed time off to recover. Bryden changed his name and went solo, and then had a change of attitude, perhaps becoming a bit more, oh hang on, covered by Stone Malone, a bit more serious, more willing to break the rules, feeling that was the way he needed to get ahead. Mackie would return in the September of 2012, and he and Bryden would battle each other, most notably at Resolution 7. And on that night, if you've seen that contest that was held in Glenrothes, Taylor Bryden won the match. And that victory caused Mackie's already fragile psyche to frankly disintegrate. And he metamorphosed from the kind of fun-loving, bright little disco biscuit that he'd been, and to the vicious little gobbler of the skies that he is now infamous for being. And so Mackie completely became a different person, it seemed. He went on to form Sanctuary, he went to war with Mike Musso, he'd been chasing the Tag Team Championship over the past sort of few months, it seemed. And so his career's done its thing. Bryden, of course, went on to mastermind the rise of the contingency plan. We all know how they dominated the tag team ranks and caused havoc throughout W3L. Here comes Taylor Bryden now. And then the two of them were kind of separate. They were arguably on the same side of the fence as Bryden with those kicks, and goes for the cover, and Stone Malone could wrap it up. But they never really had the opportunity or the necessity to kind of face each other or ever really be part of the same match or anything like that. It was back at Resolution 13, which I'm sure you've watched for free on the W3L network. It was Mackie and Dickie Divers challenging for the Tag Team Championship, which they lost. Divers then attacked Mackie after the match. Bryden was another cover, the arch rival of Divers, it seems, former contingency plan members, and he made the save. And the two things that came out of it were the crowd seemed to take Mackie's side. I mean, whoever thought we'd see that? And Bryden and Mackie seemed to put their differences away. They seem to find common ground again, and maybe this is just for them to get back at the contingency plan. I don't know, but it has to be said, this isn't the contingency plan they're facing, and they're working pretty well together. as Malone just throttles Taylor Bryden. The referee being distracted by Bobby Roberts. Mackie remonstrating, trying to tell the ref what's going on. And Bryden just being double teamed as Mackie coming in. Of course, the referee's trying to get him out to get his frustration here. I was going to say it's maybe a bit like riding a bike for these two that you never really forget. So them getting in this match and being a team again, they're getting back to the way they were, but obviously there's still some rust because Mackie inadvertently cost Bryden there as he was being double teamed in the corner thanks to Mackie. And Stone Malone, nice bit of maturity from the young man, knocking Mackie off the apron and pushing Bryden back into his corner. He's either learning quickly or he's just taking advice from Roberts, but good showing by Stone Malone. The big man hits the clothesline, covers Bryden, maybe not enough weight across the shoulders, but doesn't matter. Still Bryden having to expend a bit of energy and kicking out. We may be about to see the somewhat reformation of the Disco Biscuits, and it might be about to end. It might be about to end in a loss because Bryden face first in the corner. Roberts has got something in mind, just waiting for him. Bryden, I think he goaded him in, gets with the roll up. Bryden took those few seconds. And a double axe handle right in the ribs. And Mackie being knocked off the apron. This may be a one-off, maybe it won't be, I really don't know, but it's so weird seeing Mackie and Bryden back together after all this time. But instead of playing on nostalgia like a lot of teams when they've not gone back to their old Disco Biscuit days, they've remained firmly themselves, because obviously that's what's brought them success over the past couple of years, quite rightly too. Bryden is kicking away at Roberts as he goes for a DDT. That's exactly what he does, but Roberts falls near his corner. Bryden's about halfway across the ring. Referee just checking. Roberts may have the easier task. He can probably roll, stick an arm out and tag Stone Malone. Bryden may have to crawl a little bit. Who's going to get to their corner first? Yep, in comes Malone. Nice, catches Bryden's foot. And he catches it, but not the way he wanted. And a tag to Mackie, who ascends the ropes and just takes down Stone Malone using that speed that he is famed for. And diving upon him, Malone powering out. Again, it's a downside to somebody like Mackie. When he hits you, I mean, he's not got a lot of fat in his body, so it's a solid mass landing on you. But it's not a huge amount of weight. Stone Malone's a strong guy. Right in the corner. There's a breakfast launcher. And Stone Malone doubled over in pain. And Mackie descends down upon him. But Bobby Roberts makes a save. There's some veteran tag team instincts, keeping an eye, showing off, knows what he's doing, keeping an eye on his partner. And Bryden gets catapulted and lodged right over the top rope. That could be a nasty spill if he hit the floor. Managed to grab his rope, that was lucky for him. Roberts to go for that spine buster. No. Mackie took him down. I think maybe he was, but Mackie caught with the DDT. Spinning clothesline. And Stone Malone goes for the cover of Mackie, who's able to kick out. Bobby Roberts got hit with that DDT. Malone hit the clothesline. Couldn't put him away. Back up across Malone's shoulder, slips out. Makes a tag. Back in the misty flip. And Taylor Bryden on the ropes lands a frog splash, and they both cover Stone Malone. And the match is over. Mackie and Bryden, their first match back as a team, and it is a successful one, defeating the duo Stone Malone and Bobby Roberts. What a great tag team victory, but is this a one-off, or will we be seeing Mackie and Bryden team up much more often here on Wrestling Showdown?
I guess like riding a bike, you never forget, huh? And Bryden and Mackie, it's like they've never stopped teaming. Arguably they're better than ever, and they get a victory over Bobby Roberts and Stone Malone. Will we see Mackie and Bryden team up again? Has that been it? Who can say? But if you subscribe to the W3L Network, you're going to find out if and when it happens. Now, I talked about our 3 post-Christmas events. On December the 27th, Wrestling Day, we're in Broxburn. The 28th, we're in Gallishew's, and the 29th, we are in Kinghorn. So again, we must be somewhere near you or somewhere within travelling distance, so come out and see us live. All these events sponsored by those amazing people at Crafty Connoisseur. As I've already mentioned, returning to W3L will be the Rock and Roll Express Blondie Barrett. What is he going to be doing? Who will he be facing? You'll find it in the weeks to come. Another good reason for subscribing. And of course, all your favourite W3L stars will be there as well. Now, if you want tickets for those events, then make sure that you hit up our website, w3lwrestling.com. You can buy them there, sent to the mailing list while you are at it. And then, of course, give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and join us over on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel, use that hashtag, etc, etc, etc. I mentioned Leo King. He is going to be in action next week here on Wrestling Showdown. I am told that he is issuing some sort of open challenge. I don't know if the full details. Is just scuttlebutt around the W3L mobile studio. It's not that big, but nobody bothers to talk to me really. Whatever. So apparently Leo King's going to be here. Who will answer this open challenge? Will it be for the non-existent, actual, metaphysical, semi-real Breakout Championship? I don't know. We'll find out in 7 days. And the other big news is that we are getting so close, we're within spitting distance, although again, don't, it's horrible, of our 5-year anniversary edition of Wrestling Showdown. It was the start of December 2014 we kicked this off. If we've really been going that long, I'm sure the mobile studio's doing MOT by now. And yeah, we are nearly at our 5-year anniversary. We have got some huge things planned. I'd love to tell you, but I'll just spoil it, so trust me, you don't want to miss this. Some big matches, it's going to be awesome. Subscribe to this channel. I'll have more news about that next week. It is coming up imminently. You do not want to miss our 5-year anniversary edition of Wrestling Showdown. It is going to be superb. I'll give you my guarantee for it. It's going to be superb, so hit subscribe, do not miss it. Before that, get your tickets for our post-Christmas events. Come back in 7 days' time to find out what the hell Leo King's up to. And then again, stay peeled, or keep your eyes tuned, for our post-Christmas events, news for them, and our 5-year anniversary edition of Showdown. It is going to be superlative. Trust me on this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in 7 days right here on Wrestling Showdown.